And finally, let me say this, finally. Finally, let me say this. There is a remarkable young woman here tonight. Her name is Erica. Erica Smigelski. She lives the truth of what I've been saying every day. Erica's mother, Dawn, was the principal of Sandy Hook Elementary School. And she died trying to protect her children, her students. Erica was devastated, as any family member is. And she couldn't imagine life without her mom. But then she got thinking. She got back up. She'd never been involved in politics before, but she has made it her mission to advocate for common sense gun safety reform. You know, like the mothers of Eric Garner and Trayvon Martin and so many others, Erica has turned her sorrow into a strategy and her mourning into a movement. It isn't easy, but as Erica said the other day, what if everyone who faced tough odds said, it's hard, so I'm going to walk away? That's not the type of world I want to live in. Erica, it's not the type of world we want to live in, and we refuse to live in that. So my friends, that's the spirit that makes this country great. It's how New Yorkers pulled together and rebuilt our city after the worst terrorist attack in our history. It's how Americans worked our way back from the worst economic crisis in our lifetimes. And it is how we're going to break down all the barriers holding us back. The motto of this state is Excelsior, ever upward. So let's go out and win this election and all rise together. Thank you so much.
Hi everybody, my name is Mike. This is my YouTube page, Mox News. So this is something that I wanted to talk about for the last few weeks because this person has been demanding that Bernie Sanders apologize to the victims of Sandy Hook, like somehow Bernie Sanders is responsible for what happened to the people of Sandy Hook. This person that Hillary is talking about, this Erica person, she's gone on, you know, and this is the deal. Okay, again, let's take what they say happened at Sandy Hook as face value, as that's exactly what happened. The mainstream media story, okay? And the story is, this person's story is that her mom was a principal at Sandy Hook, okay? Now, and that she died protecting her students. Okay, now let's say that her mom didn't die and that she still had all the same children that went to that school at her new school where she's now principal. And her daughter is going out as much as she can get on TV and saying, you know, the people of Sandy Hook, you know, the children, think of the children, you know, and this is, and just making like a spectacle out of Sandy Hook. And her mom still has all these kids that were at the school when this actually happened. Do you think her mom would want her out there bringing this up in the middle of the presidential campaign for the whole world to see? You know, when these kids are trying to heal and move on with their lives, when these kids are trying to, like, you know, not not feel this weight of this huge, horrific tragedy that happened when they were just going about their daily deeds. And this person acts like she doesn't get that at all. Like, all this, she acts like she represents all the parents of Sandy Hook. And you know how many of the parents of Sandy Hook just want to move on, just want to have their children be able to move on and not ever have to think about that nightmare again. And here's this woman. And here's Hillary, and here's the mainstream media bringing it up and putting it in people's faces over and over again like it's some kind of political hot potato, and that makes sense. And they all are like, oh, think of the children. Not one of them is giving a damn about the children, because they're all hurting those children that are trying to heal, that are trying to move on with their lives. They're trying not to be a professional victim like this Erica woman. Okay? Just for 1 second, think about what your mom would want. Think about how your mom would want all the people, all the parents, all the children to heal, to be given the chance to heal, instead of you ripping the scab off that wound over and over and over again every chance you can get to be in the mainstream media news, to play the professional victim, to remind all these kids over and over again that they're all victims. Just because that's all you ever want to amount to. Why don't you give the kids a break? Why don't you actually be who you say you are, and think of the children for just a sec, okay? I think that'd be really nice, Erica. Sorry. If you want to see Hillary Clinton's full victory speech, New York primary victory speech, is available at the Alternate Mox News YouTube page. There's a clickable link right below this video on the video page, YouTube video page. It'll say Alternate Mox News YouTube page. Click here, right below the video, right down there. Alternate Mox News YouTube page. Click here. Please click there and go and subscribe to the page, even if you don't want to hear Hillary's speech, which I couldn't blame you. But there's going to be all kinds of other stuff posted there, and you're going to want to see that. Because there's a copyright violation on this page, and I'm limited to 15-minute videos, so her speech ran like 22 or 23 minutes, something like that. So I'm just posting it over there. You guys want to see it, please go check it out. Otherwise, please go and subscribe to that page anyways if you haven't already, okay? That's where the presidential debates are being posted. That's where a lot of the speeches from, well, anything that's over 15 minutes, that's where it's going to go right now. So you know. Thanks very much for your continued support. It's because of you guys that Mox News is still here and fighting to stick around. Okay, so thanks very much for all your support and all your comments and all your video sharing. Okay, stay cool Wednesdays. This war is going to end. Till that day.
Compassion stirred the Buddha to send his monks out into the community. Sworn to chastity and poverty, they wandered the roads, bringing the Buddha's teachings into the world. Go forth, monks, for the happiness of the many, out of compassion for the world. There are beings whose eyes have little dust on them, who will perish if they do not hear the teaching. But if they hear the teaching, they will gain liberation.
The monks exist by begging. We think of begging as kind of a bad thing. Begging in this tradition is a good thing. It's a sign of spiritual purity.
You're not allowed to beg tomorrow's lunch today. Only today's lunch. Then you can't eat from noon until dawn the next day. Then you have to go out and get another lunch. And then in exchange for lunch, you give a lecture. Unless they say we don't want to hear about it, then you don't. But that's the only thing but that forces you to interact with the lay community.
And if you're not serving them, if you're not doing something useful for them, they won't put anything in your bowl, and that will be the end of your community.